ladies, I'm coming to you today to show you all of Younique's different options for foundation for your face. And we've got quite a few different options to choose from. So just depending on how much coverage, the type of look that you want, we'll have a foundation that will meet your needs there. So I've started with our Glorious Face and Eye Primer, and I use just about a pea-sized amount in my palms. I rub that all over my face, my eyes, and what that does is it really sets the stage for whatever foundation you decide to put on after that. It fills in fine lines, pores, and it just gives you a smooth finish to apply your foundation to, and it'll also allow that foundation to stay on a little bit longer. So I highly recommend our Glorious Face and Eye Primer, no matter what option you choose for foundation. So first, we've got some compact options. We've got a cream foundation that comes in a compact. It comes with a little sponge. It has a little flap that keeps your sponge from sitting in your product. It's a full coverage, and it's more for more dry to normal to dry skin. So this is one option. Comes in 10 different shades. Then we have our pressed powder, which can also be used as a foundation. You can use this just over some primer. It gives you fairly good coverage. You can apply it with a powder puff brush, and this is great to do over the top of the cream foundation as well, or over the top of any of our other products as well. Then we have, and that also comes in 10 different shades. Then we have our BB cream, which is a tinted moisturizer, and it comes in 5 different shades, and this will give you fairly full coverage with more of a dewy finish. And then you can apply the powder over the top of that if you want more of a matte finish. And then we have the newest product is our Liquid Touch Foundation, and this is a serum type foundation. It dries to a powder matte finish, and this has been very, very successful. A lot of our colors are currently on back order. And so I will show you a little demonstration on how to apply this a little bit later this afternoon. But for today, I'm going to give you kind of a split face versus the BB cream. So I'm going to do a split face with the BB cream with a little powder over the top of it on this side, and the cream foundation with a little bit of powder over it on this side. So I'm going to start with the cream foundation, and I'm going to use the little sponge that comes in the packaging, and I'm just going to pick up some of the product, and I'm just going to start patting it on my face. I do my concealer after I do my foundation, so I put my foundation on first, and then I do the concealer in kind of a highlighting manner over the top of that. And so I'm just going to blend this in with a little sponge that it comes with. I'm just going to do half my face, and I'll do the BB cream on the other half. And so basically you just pick up the product with that sponge and then kind of buff it into your face. You can put it on your eyelids if you want, under your eye obviously, and then you just basically get that. I'm going to look down so I can make sure I'm getting it covered the way I need it to be, and put that all over your face. And then what I do when I'm finished with that is I will do my concealer, and then I'll put the powder over the top of that. So let me go on. I'm going to move on to the BB cream because I want to show you the difference in what this looks like. And the BB cream, I'll just squirt a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and then I use our foundation brush to apply it. So I'll just pick that up on the foundation brush and kind of just start patting it into my skin. And I don't use a lot of swiping motions because that just takes the product off, but you actually want to push that product in to your skin. And so I find by kind of pushing the brush into my skin, it does a better job with that. And then just keep picking up product as you need it and just pat it all over your skin. And so this side, as you can see, is more of a dewy finish. And so a lot of people like that dewier finish, and so it's perfectly fine option just to leave this like it is and have more of a dewy finish. Or like I said, you can put the powder over the top of it and have more of a matte finish. And so I'm just going to blend this in a little bit, and then I'm going to show you really quickly the way that I put my foundation on, or my concealer on, I should say. And so I do it more of a highlighting concealer. So I'm gonna go a shade or two lighter than what I normally do. So I might use chiffon or taffeta on my skin for the cream foundation. And then I use honey in the BB cream. So I'm gonna go with velour for my concealer. And I'm just gonna, this is a thicker paste. And so I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of that on my hand. You don't need very much. And then I'm going to use our concealer brush for that. And I'm going to pick up some of that product on my concealer brush. And the way I do it is like this. I'm going to apply it here, 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 and here. And I do a little bit in the corner where it gets dark there. And so basically you're going to be, once you blend it, you're going to be blending it in kind of a triangle motion. And then I add a little bit of the highlight to the bottom part of my forehead. I go down the center of my nose because that's going to slim my nose a little bit. I add a little bit here to the Cupid's bow. And then I add a little bit on my chin as well for the highlighting. So kind of wherever the light would catch you is where you want to do your highlighting. And so I'm going to put you on hold and blend this in so that this video is not any longer than it is, and then I'll come right back. Okay, so I have that concealer all blended in, and then I'm just going to finish it with a dusting of the pressed powder. And so I use that in the same shade that I used the cream shadow in, and I'm using our powder puff brush. So I just swirl a little bit of that, tap off the excess, and then instead of swiping, which is going to take the foundation and then concealer away, I'm just going to kind of tap it on my face and push that powder into all the areas, and that just gives it a more matte finish and kind of seals in the product. And so that's how I finish this side. And then so this was the side that I used the cream foundation on, and this is the side that I used the BB cream on. And again, I like more of a matte finish, and so I finished that with a little bit of powder also, but you can definitely use the BB cream just by itself, and that's a really quick and easy way to get some good coverage but not have it take a very long time. So you can see the coverage is pretty much the same on both, maybe a little bit more for full coverage with the cream foundation, but both of them give you a great option for foundation colors. So anyway, just wanted to go over those, and later this evening I'll go over the liquid and kind of how you apply that. It is a little bit different, and kind of the coverage that you get with that. It dries to more of a powder matte finish, and so there isn't as much of a need to put a powder over the top of it. So I will give you a little demonstration on that a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Bye.